Good afternoon, I'm Pete Schravis and I play bass guitar.
I'm Mike Portnoy, drummer.
Roy Stolt, guitar, vocal.
Neil Morse, keyboards and vocals. A little bit of guitar now and again. And we're Transatlantic.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You're playing High Voltage this summer. You're headlining the Prog stage. You looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much.
It's going to be great.
It's the grand finale of our world tour. You know, we've been out through America and Europe and the UK, and it's all going to culminate with the High Voltage Festival before we all go our separate ways for the rest of the year, or for however long that may end up being. We don't know. So It's going to be a very special final performance of Transatlantic on this, at least on this chapter of the band.
It's been just amazing. We've had an amazing tour. One of the best tours of my life, I can safely say, on all kinds of levels. It's been phenomenal. So I would imagine the High Voltage will be no less phenomenal.
What other bands are you hoping to see on the bill?
I want to see ELP.
Yeah.
Because
totally.
I never ever got to see them when I was younger, so.
I saw them at the Long Beach Arena in like 1974 or something like that. But yeah, long time ago. So yeah, I'd like to see.
Zappa plays Zappa, of course. Focus.
Of course, yeah. I've forgotten about Focus.
I heard Wishbone Ash was doing something.
Yes.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to divulge anything, but that sounded pretty interesting to me.
It's billed as Martin Turner's Wishbone Ash performing Argus.
Is that right? It is billed that way. Yeah. Well, that was a favorite album of mine when I was a young man. So
yeah, that was a huge album.
I might like to try to catch that one too.
High Voltage obviously has a dedicated prog stage. Does a healthy state of progressive music surprise you, considering this was music punk rock was meant to kill off?
I mean, I've said it so many times already now, you know, with Prog magazine and things like that, and Classic Rock magazine, but it's very apparent that Prog is bigger and better than ever. I mean, because now it's coming in so many forms. And if you look at this lineup, you know, you have a band like Opeth on there, and you know, and you have a band like ELP there, and they both have prog elements, but they're very different worlds. But right now, progressive music is coming together in so many different worlds, and the fact that, you know, I think Transatlantic is kind of a perfect example of that within one band. Yeah. You know, you have four of us that all play various forms of prog in our own bands, and we come together in Transatlantic and create something that's more of a tribute to classic prog, but really you're getting four completely different elements of progressive music coming together.
Absolutely. What does the bill at High Voltage across three very different stages say about the state of rock music in 2010?
I think it says that live music is the the way people want to go out and enjoy themselves. You know, it's a very strong thing these days. I think it's much more important than record sales, actually, in this day's climate.
It's nice too to see progressive music kind of represented at a big, high-profile festival as well. Because if you know, something like Download, which is amazing, and I've played Download, and it's one of the highlights of my life. But there's very rarely progressive music represented. You know, maybe they'll have a Dream Theater or a Porcupine Tree, but you're not going to get, you know, a Marillion and a Transatlantic and Focus and Zappa and, you know, the range of progressive music that's going to be at this festival really is kind of unheard of at a high-profile festival, especially in the UK. So I think this particular festival is really a great thing to have finally been, you know, established.
Is Transatlantic the ultimate dream band for a musician, allowing you the freedom to do what you want?
It's pretty awesome.
I guess it is. I mean, we all get to show off all at the same time. It doesn't get any better than that, really.
Well, we get to take the music wherever we want to take it, and to have, you know, some of the best musicians in the world, you know, to play with is just, I don't know how much more you could ask for musically. Seriously, it's incredible. And I just want to say, I want to go see Marillion.
Oh, thank you.
I forgot.
I'll pay you later.
Which leads us on to the final question, which is for you, Pete. As you're playing in both headliners of the Prog stage, are there any challenges in playing in two different bands over the weekend?
Oh yeah, totally. You don't get to play with a band like Transatlantic without putting a lot of hard work in. You know, I mean, it might look great and it might seem effortless when we're on stage, but believe me, it really is not.
No, Mike, tell them about your schedule, man.
Nah.
You are insane. Your schedule's busy.
Well, I think there's Cole Palmer would be doing Pete and Cole Palmer would be the two double duties, right? I guess Cole Palmer's playing with Asia and ELP as well.
Yeah.
I don't want to brag about mine.
You don't have to brag, just tell them.
Well, I'm playing Saturday. Is it Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Saturday with Transatlantic in London, and then flying the next morning to play with Avenged Sevenfold in Montreal on Sunday. So I'm doing double duty, but on different continents.
Well, and on Tuesday you're playing in Washington D.C.
with Dream Theater and
Dream
Iron
Theater and
Maiden.
Iron Maiden, and then you're flying to California.
So
to
three bands in 6 days in 3 countries.
He's the hardest working man in show business.
The Phil Collins
Sammy
of
Davis
metal.
Jr. No, this guy.
Yeah.